Welcome to South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux. Thank you for joining us as we share information, tips, and techniques that can make our business community and your business more successful. Thank you to Stockton University for the opportunity to produce this show focusing on business in South Jersey. Over the past 2 years, this show has been produced remotely due to COVID-19. We are grateful for all of our guests and viewers who stuck with us during this time. Today's show is going to be a recap, highlighting some of those shows. So let's get right down to business and start with the partners of the Somers Point Brewing Company, who shared their expectations, goals, and thoughts on resiliency during this time. What were your thoughts and expectations when you were initially starting a brewery?
So, Joe, that's a good question. I think our expectations were basically to have the best beers we could possibly brew, and to have a tap room that would be comfortable and that would be enjoyable for the folks in Somers Point area.
Expectations, I expected to be closed within 6 months. I guess I'm a natural pessimist. You never know what to expect, so I keep my expectations low, and I'm pleasantly surprised.
When we were building our business plan, one of the things that we did was we were very pessimistic in our forecasting, specifically to make sure that, even if our expectations aren't up to par, can we still stay afloat?
It was really just to have great beers, or the best beers we could, a good tap room, and meet new friends.
What have you found to be the benefits of having multiple business partners?
So I think what makes this really work is all 6 of us knew each other before going into this. And we kind of really were good friends coming into this. And we all kind of knew everybody's quirk. So we knew what buttons we could push, what buttons we couldn't push. But to basically just experience this with the other 5 partners has been great for me. We've been able to divide the workloads. Each one of us brings a specialty that some of us don't have.
So we have 6 sets of hands, 6 sets of eyes, 6 brains. So definitely the division of the work.
This was a perfect conglomeration of various different skill sets coming into play. Like John and I, being the MBA guys, we always had that entrepreneurial itch amongst us, to start something, to take a business idea and, grow it. The brewers, Kevin and Ed, they are the artists. So they brewed good beer, and they always had that dream that, hey, we want to take this art and actually turn it into a brewery. And, Mike and Bob are more operation guys. So it kind of worked out with us where we knew that each one of us individually can bring something unique to the table.
Well, I found out that each of my partners has not only their career experience, but they have qualifications which I didn't know. I mean, the skill set that they brought was unbelievable. And since we get along, we all jump in and help one another. We all have ideas, but it seems like each partner has a specialty skill that I didn't know, and they were able to take off with it. And that way you turn around and you be the support partner instead of the lead partner. You be the support partner in that. And we fill in for one another left and right. We all volunteer so that if somebody's overloaded, we can help out. It's been a nice experience.
Considering how COVID-19 has impacted business, did your planning include resiliency?
We have a basic business model. And so we didn't want to get really large. We wanted to stay, and the tap room has always been our goal, to have a great tap room. So I think by having that and not having gotten so big, that's really helped not only during COVID, but before COVID and coming out of COVID.
So I guess every business model in my head should have some kind of resiliency. Never expected to plan for a pandemic. You always want to have your rainy day fund and make sure that you're not extending yourself, stretching too thin, stretching the business too thin.
Forecasting things and developing your business plan with a grain of salt being very pessimistic kind of helped us out. But at the same time, you do have to turn hardships into opportunities. In our case, and like our customers showed us a lot of support, and even the city, where they found ways for us to be creative. One of the biggest positives that has come out of this is this whole trend of outdoor seating. This was, it didn't exist before COVID, and it was something that we all kind of had to gradually go towards. I'm pretty sure every single business had to do that. But like those were the things that I feel that being creative and kind of turning a bad situation into the best. Where now we're looking towards investing a little bit more and having a nicer outdoor seating for our customers. So that is something that we had never planned for, but because of the advent of COVID, we're now going that way. And I think in the long run, just having that additional piece of experience that we can offer our customers to be able to sit outside, enjoy a beer, that's going to help us. So although there were a lot of bad things, we always look at the positives, and that was one of the positives that came out of this all.
COVID didn't help us. That scared us a little bit, scared me at least, from a standpoint of, oh no, now what? You shut the doors and then you got to open back up again. But it has gone better than expected. I would say that we're in front of my expectations of where we would be. This will be our second year in a month, so our second anniversary. So it's been better than expected.
How has the growth of the business compared to your original expectations?
I knew we were going to be successful, but how successful were we going to be? And of course, there's always that, in your back of your mind saying, what if this fails? What if, it doesn't succeed?
It's actually been right on par. The first year we exceeded expectations, and then the pandemic kind of rounded up a little bit and got expectations, or got back in line with our expectations. Things have been picking up though. We did great through the pandemic.
When we were actually in the midst of this epidemic and our business was shut down for a little while, and then there were all these regulations and requirements on what we could have, what we couldn't have, doing all that grunt work in the beginning and having that frame of mind did give us the confidence that, hey, we've planned for it. We didn't plan for this specifically, but we have kind of planned for this pessimism, and it has kind of helped us where we knew that as long as we keep our heads down and keep working, we'll do enough just to keep our heads above water.
It has actually helped in a way that some of our dreams of where we would be evolving to, expanding, are happening because of COVID. So it's been a plus. Ideas were presented to us, which we never thought we'd even have to entertain. That's like having the benches outside. We didn't think we'd be able to get them so fast. So, it's helped us in a way. It's helped us accelerate the growth process a little bit.
And it's far exceeded anything that I thought we would have going back in 2017. And it's really all because of the support that we really have, not only from the locals, but from folks that are coming in for the first time that really say, you know what, we're going to come back. We really enjoy this. We enjoy the beer. We enjoy the atmosphere. We enjoy, talking to the owners and stuff like that. So I think it's far exceeded anything that I could have imagined sitting back in that restaurant in 2017.
Thanks again to the Summers Point Brewing Company. Let's now check out our spotlight on the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce, featuring President Vicki Clark. And now it's time to shine the spotlight on the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce. We're going to shed some light on the importance of business organizations with the help of Vicki Clark, the president of the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce. Vicky, thanks again for joining us on the Spotlight. So let's get with the what. What is it that the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce does?
We promote business and help them promote themselves.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a great answer. That sounds like a lot of work, though. How do you get that done? What does it take to get that done? How do you get that done?
Well, we hold a lot of events to help businesses connect with other businesses, promoting themselves, and help them also find other businesses that provide the products and services that they need. So, it's not just about selling themselves, but it's also connecting with other businesses that provide products and services that they need. So it's just connecting businesses with each other. A lot of promotion going on.
But that I guess that speaks to the who, but you really do have a wide variety of who's that you serve, right? It's really, if you cut a knife down the middle of Cape May County and looked at it, you would see that you represent and work with all types of businesses, correct?
A lot of people, because tourism is the backbone of the economy in Cape May County. People oftentimes think that we are just promoting tourism, but really the hotels, motels, restaurants, attractions, that represents about half of the businesses that we that are members of our chamber. The other half of our members really represent the companies that provide those products and services. So the indirect businesses of the tourism industry, which are equally as important to the tourism economy.
Yeah, and you serve not only, the millions of visitors through that work you do, but also the businesses that support all those visitors. So that's great work. So I guess this last part of the question would be the why. And I might have to be a little reflective, but why do you do what you do?
Well, I never really envisioned myself doing this work. I wanted to work in marketing. And so certainly that's a big part of what we do at the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce. We're marketing businesses all the time. Marketing is a huge field and it looks different wherever you go. So it's very challenging work. We're marketing as in the tourism industry. We're marketing businesses though, in all different kinds of ways. And we're helping businesses through education and advocacy. So it's a very versatile job. And, that's great because you're doing something different every day.
And I always see a smile on your face, even through challenging times. So I know you're enjoying everything you do. Vicky, I want to thank you so much for sharing the spotlight and letting us know exactly what and how and who and why the chamber operates and operates so well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Joe. It's been great to be with you.
That was today's spotlight, providing a clear view on how the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce serves our community. Thank you again, Vicki, for what you and everyone at the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce does in our region. Up next is our big money question with Kevin and Alicia Stauffer, owners and operators of Hooked on Breakfast. As you are aware, management, marketing, money, and media are the essential parts of any business. And when you are coming up with and serving breakfast and lunch offerings to hungry year-round residents, in addition to an ever-growing seasonal seaside town, you need to know how to mix up all four M's. So it's time for the M4 Big Money Question with today's featured guests, Alicia Stauffer and Kevin Stauffer, owners and operators of Hooked on Breakfast. All right, guys, so you're ready to break them down?
Yep.
All right, talk to me about your management style.
I think the easiest way to describe our management style is lead by example. I know for when Alicia's out there in the summer running up and down the sidewalk and just doesn't stop the entire day, not even to eat or take a drink or anything. I mean, all the staff sees that and they want to make sure that they're hustling as well. Same thing in the kitchen. I'm back there every day that we're open and I'm going to make sure that I'm working my tail off every second of the day, all the way till everything's cleaned up and shut down.
That's great. That's a great way to do it. Lead by example. I love it. What traditional forms of marketing do you guys use? Now we'll save media for the last part of it. So what traditional forms of marketing do you guys use?
Well, we thought it was fun to put our logo out there. It's kind of catchy and different. So we have like things you see a lot of businesses do. We had magnets made up that people were like sticking on their car. And especially on the island, a lot of people wanted it for their rental properties to stick on the fridge and take a menu and put that on there. So we thought that was like a great thing for us. Or stickers, and our coffee mugs have been a huge hit. Everybody loves the mugs. I think they're so big. And, we've sold a ton of mugs, more than we probably thought we would. And, baseball hats. And now we just ordered winter hats getting into, a new season. So things like that have worked well for us.
Now, of course, you have products to deal with. You have cash flow. Who wants to tackle the question about money? That would be the third M, money.
The money is it's an important factor, but the passion is really what we went after. I mean, our goal is to make sure that we're providing an affordable, high quality breakfast for everyone that comes in. Whether it's a year-round resident or a tourist, we wanted to have something that's family friendly, family affordable. And that was always our goal, and it was really the passion. We just assume that and are hoping that as long as we're doing the right thing and what we believe in going forward, and believe that we are doing the right thing day in and day out, that everything will work out, and that the money is there and will be there and will continue to be there, and longevity, going back to the longevity of people coming down, and they make it, every year we got to hit Hooked on Breakfast now, and that's our goal.
Yeah. Well, you're in a destination location and you are a destination restaurant, and you're also serving the year-round pop, as I mentioned earlier. So that's great. The population, the local people love that as well. Media, it's such a big part of people's worlds today, not just the social media, but even the public relations part of media. So how important has that been to your ongoing and growing success? And who handles that social media there at the business?
I think it's been a huge piece in our success for getting our word out there to people. Kevin's definitely more techie than I am, but he's not really into social media. So Kevin kind of designed our webpage, and I've kind of taken the lead on promoting our business through social media stuff. And I have to give props to my serving staff. Some of those girls know their stuff. And when I need a little guidance on what might be good to do, I know who to ask. My girls know what to do and try to guide me in the right way about making a post versus a story and all that good stuff. So, it's really helped. And I have to say, a lot of our friends have been awesome about when they come and eat here, they make a post and they share it. And I've had so many people say, oh, I saw this online and that's why I came in. Or we've had a couple different publications come meet with us and interview us. And we've had some articles written. I got super lucky, and Fox News, we were in the right place at the right time, popped in on us a couple times and did a live segment on the Philadelphia News. And that was awesome and unexpected. And it was just fun. And it was a great way for us to put ourselves out there. So we feel fortunate.
Those are all solid answers to the M4 Big Money questions. So there you have it. Alicia and Kevin Stauffer's well-mixed, well-served management, marketing, money, and media answer to the big money question. We have some more business content coming up, including one more segment with today's featured guest. So stick around for more South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux. Thanks again to Hooked on Breakfast, showing how they reel in business with the M4 Big Money question. Our last segment today is with Michael Chait, president of the Greater Atlantic City Chamber, and how he and the Chamber are helping the community. We meet with many businesses and organizations that do great work within their communities. And the Greater Atlantic City Chamber and the president, Michael Chait, are definitely part of that fabric of the community that gives back and helps. Michael, you have two very special initiatives that you want to talk about on today's show. Can you share those with us, please?
Yeah, happy to. Appreciate the opportunity to do it as well. I think through the air show, creating the Atlantic City Air Show, we've become very involved with military and veteran affairs. In fact, at the air show, we created a veterans resource row with more than a dozen. I think we had close to 24 in recent years of veteran resources, for active duty and veterans. And it's everything from jobs and careers to support, emotional support, PTSD, addressing all these issues. So from that, it's grown. And it's been a real honor to help create an Atlantic Cape committee responsible for assisting and liaising with government officials to improve military and veteran relations in the community. Now, as you can imagine, that role can expand pretty considerably, but this is a relatively new initiative for our organization in enhancing our already existing strong relationship with military and veterans. So that's one of our initiatives that we're working on. It's going to take up a tremendous amount of time, but also for great cause. That's what we look at.
Michael, before we get to the second initiative, I think the Chamber is perfectly positioned for this role because you do have membership that includes healthcare, it includes job creation, it includes a network of businesses and resources that are already members that can help the veteran community. So I think it sounds like a perfect fit.
It is. It's a great fit for us. We may not have realized it before how good of a fit this is. But if you look at some of our existing board members that are doing job fairs for veterans, that are with partners like AtlantiCare that work with us on healthcare initiatives, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, they're all engaged with the veteran and military community on some level. And here we are being that cog that we talked about before for a wheel and pulling all these people together to collaborate. It's really an ideal fit for us.
That's wonderful. Now, I know we have time to talk about the second initiative. You want to talk a little bit about some of the work you're doing with some area youth?
Yeah, we're doing a tremendous amount of work. We've brought together our board members, the business community, and partnered with the education community in Atlantic County. We're creating a career exploration program. Well, what is that? What is a career exploration program for area youth? We learned through the military that the way to inspire and influence is really at a young age. It's at elementary school. So when we're talking about career exploration, you have to start at that elementary school. My daughter is a perfect example. She's 11 years old. You look at that age and what is she getting engaged with and what is inspiring her from a career choice. We have a tremendous amount of career opportunities here in Atlantic County, and it's a failure on all of us to not show what exists. So whether our talent pipeline that we're going to create, they're working for Atlantic City Electric or Stockton or anybody else, if they stay here in Atlantic County, we're all better because of it. Our greatest export is youth. Let's keep them here.
That's wonderful. And, I know that's just two of the many efforts that you're doing at the Chamber, but on behalf of the show and the community that you serve, I want to thank you and the members of the Greater Atlantic City Chamber of Commerce for doing such a wonderful job in helping the community.
Greatly appreciate the opportunity, Joe. Always great talking to you. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back with more South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux. Welcome back. We're going to close out today's show with the business alphabet. The intern crew has selected a word relating to business. Then the crew created a new word from each letter of that selected word. My goal is to show the connection between each of those words of today's selected word and even connect those words to business in general. The team here is going to try to stump me, but I'm not about to let that happen. So here we go. Today's selected word is loans. Okay, so the first word for loans is the L? Losses. Okay, no one likes to talk about losses in business, but unfortunately, when you have profit, there's also times you have losses. And especially around tax time, those losses are important because you make sure that they are listed so it offsets some profit and it could help you in your tax structure. So let's go for the second word. Offer. Okay, everyone needs one. It's what brings people into a business, whether you're offering products or offering services. Your offer that you put out to the community is what brings them in. You could also have special offers and opportunities to bring people in that might not be part of your regular offering, but it's still an offer. Maybe it's a coupon, maybe it's some sort of promotion that you're offering as part of your business. So let's go for the third word. Assets. Okay, well, you need assets. Assets is a great way to measure a business because that's usually something that is a benefit to the business, meaning it can help with the balance sheet because you're measuring your assets versus your liabilities. So you want to have more assets than liabilities. Assets are important. And here comes the next one. Networking. Now, I personally feel strongly about this word, and I try to tell everybody that networking is a huge opportunity for success in your business. Networking costs you sometimes nothing as little as some time, but you can go out into your community and network. You can use groups that we heard of earlier in the show, like chambers of commerce and things like that, that allows you to network with your peers, with possible clients, customers, people that you can partner with and work with in your business. So networking, I'm a product of it and I believe in it. Networking, what a great word. Surplus. Okay, surplus is something that when you think about it, it usually means you have more than enough. You know, you have extra. And sometimes surpluses are good. If you're trying to have a surplus of dollars, that would be great, or resources at your disposal. But sometimes a surplus means you haven't sold enough of that product and you might have to discount that product. So there you have it. Loans was the word, and I think I did a good job seeing it for the first time of not being stumped. So that's all for today's Business Alphabet, and that's the show. Today's show was only a sample of the guests who have appeared on South Jersey Business over the past 2 years. Stay tuned for upcoming content featuring even more guests who are gracious enough to be part of our remote production process. And once again, thank you to Stockton University and everyone that makes this program possible. Let's do it again next week. And until then, let's get growing, South Jersey. Thanks for watching.